Hi, I'm Dr. Donald Palmer and I'm an immunologist. COVID-19 is still with us and making people ill every day, but it's not too late for all adults to book their first or second NHS COVID-19 vaccination. To get these vaccinations while they are still available and protect yourself and those around you, visit nhs.uk/COVID vaccination or call 119.
Today, Dr. Joe Rwende is here to discuss why we need to embrace NHS screening for a longer, happier and healthier life.
Hi, my name is Joe Rwende. I'm a doctor by background, a consultant in public health, and I am the cancer screening public health lead for NHS England in London.
How many NHS screening programs are there?
So we have about 10 NHS screening programs, which are actually offered from pregnancy all the way to our later years. So pregnant women are offered various screening tests for things like infectious diseases and to detect genetic abnormalities in the baby. And then we have a variety of screening tests that we offer newborns. Including things like testing their hearing, checking if their hips are okay, and checking for other genetic disorders. And then in later life, we start offering people with diabetes an annual eye screening test every year from the age of 12. And we offer men a screening test called an abdominal aortic aneurysm screening test in the year that they turn 65, and all adults are offered cancer screening as well. So we offer the cervical screening program to women between 25 and 64. We offer bowel cancer screening to men and women aged between 56 and 74, and we offer breast screening to women from the age of 50 up to the time that they turn 71.
How can we prevent cervical cancer?
So cervical cancer is one of the cancers that we can totally eliminate. One of the most important things that we need to do is to make sure that young boys and girls are vaccinated. The vaccination is offered to year 8 and it remains free up until the age of 25. And the benefit of the HPV vaccination is that not only does it prevent cervical cancers, but it can also prevent certain mouth and throat cancers. It can also prevent certain types of anal cancers, and it can prevent genital warts.
What is the role of cervical screening in preventing cancer?
Also very important is taking up the offer for cervical cancer screening. So from the time that you are 25, you'll be offered a cervical cancer screening test, sometimes called a smear test. And if you have HPV, this virus, we check to see if you have any abnormal cervical cells. And if you have those abnormal cervical cells, you'll be offered the opportunity for us to take a closer look and for us to potentially remove those abnormal cells. The combination of HPV vaccine and cervical cancer screening means that we actually have the tools to actually eradicate or eliminate cervical cancer once and for all across the world.
Do women know what to expect when going for breast screening?
You will receive your breast screening invitation for the first time between the age of 50 and 53. And the breast screening test comprises x-rays of the breast. So you'll have 2 x-rays on either side, and this x-ray is called a mammography. The mammography will be done by women, and you'll be asked to undress from above the waist, so it's a good idea to wear a skirt or a trousers. The breast screening test, the mammography, can be painful or uncomfortable, but it only lasts 1 or 2 minutes.
Are some women more likely to get breast cancer than others?
So the risk of breast cancer increases with age. 8 out of 10 breast cancers occur in women over 50, so age is the biggest risk factor for developing breast cancer. There are other risk factors, for example, having a relative who's had breast cancer and certain genetic mutations such as having the BRCA gene. But most women who actually develop breast cancer don't actually have a relative who's had breast cancer, which is why it's so important to attend breast screening. Breast cancer is one of the most common cancers in the UK, and we are all at risk of developing breast cancer as we get older. So when you are invited for your screening test, you should carefully consider the pros and the cons and consider the benefits of attending screening, because it will allow us to detect that breast cancer early when it is too small to feel or to see, and we can actually treat it early and therefore improve your chances of a good treatment outcome and improve the chances of survival.
There is also a campaign running about bowel cancer screening. Is that for men only, or should women do that as well?
Bowel cancer screening is offered to both men and women from the age of 56 to 74. And you'll be sent a bowel cancer screening test kit called a fit kit that you complete at home. You put a small sample of your poo into a test tube and you send it back to the NHS, and we'll send you back your results within 2 weeks. And 98 out of 100 people actually get a normal result and don't require further tests. If you are required to come for further tests, this will usually entail what is called a colonoscopy, where we will take a look inside your bowel to see if you have any signs of cancers or growths called polyps, which we would want to remove, because even though they're not cancerous, they can develop into cancer if they are left in the bowel.
Thanks very much, Joe, for helping us to understand about cancer screening. Do you have any last words before you go?
Yes, it is important for our audience to realize that cancer screening saves lives. So when they receive their invitation letter, they must read the information that is provided very carefully. And if they have any questions, they should discuss those questions or concerns with a health professional that they trust, or to speak to some of our charitable partners like Joe's Trust and the African and Caribbean Healthcare Network. More information is also available online at nhs.uk. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to spread the message that screening saves lives.
Hi, I'm Dr. Donald Palmer and I'm an immunologist. COVID-19 is still with us and making people ill every day, but it's not too late for all adults to book their first or second NHS COVID-19 vaccination. To get these vaccinations while they are still available and protect yourself and those around you, visit nhs.uk/